Today I'd like to share with you a fascinating pair of music videos from the mid-2000s, fascinating mostly in how they compare to one another. Coming in from the Cold by the Delgados versus Bad Day by Daniel Powter, at least one of which was a massive pop song that you probably are familiar with. These two songs both have videos about the daily lives of a man and woman in their mid-20s probably, who seem to be looking for one another on some level, or they are just generally dissatisfied with their lives in similar ways. One of these videos, though, is a romantic drama of sorts, while the other one is a cold, crushing, nihilistic nightmare. We're going to talk about each. So both videos open up on an alarm clock, an image of an alarm clock, and both of them show the lives of the male and female characters. In the case of the Delgados video, it's cutting back and forth between them constantly throughout the whole video. In the case of the Daniel Powter video, it starts off with some split screen, and there's switching between split screen and just generally showing each of them. The Delgados video looks like it was shot on a fucking handheld camcorder. Daniel Powter is a big professional production, and that tonal difference, that difference in the quality of like the directing and the level of detail in the videos, like, is kind of very indicative of like the difference in style of what these two songs and videos are trying to say. Because the Daniel Powter video, we'll start with that one, is a pop song through and through. It's a song with a big soaring chorus. It's a song that, in spite of being about a sad thing, has an uplifting tone. The song is about having a bad day. It's about feeling down in the dumps and just not up to it. But the song is obviously there to cheer you up. Like, it's got a big chorus and major chords with the singer, you know, singing very powerfully. Like, it's supposed to be a cheer yourself up kind of song. And the music video, similarly, is a cheer yourself up kind of video. It shows these two very beautiful people who both seem to be working some fairly high-class office jobs, but both are very artistic on the side, and they have very good fashion sense, and both of them are just lonely, and they're feeling down because they're going through their daily lives, and it's not all that it's cracked up to be, and they just wish someone else was there. They're jealous of seeing people on the subway. They clearly are soulmates because the two of them both start vandalizing a picture in the subway, in like a call and response kind of way, where one of them's drawing something and the other one's drawing something that corresponds to it. And at the end of the video, the two of them meet under an umbrella. The guy opens an umbrella for the girl, and like there's a romantic moment, and it's implied that they probably found one another. They found the love that's going to complete their lives, and their daily cycle of boredom doesn't have to go on anymore. Then we get to the Delgados song. Now, this is a song about the crushing fact that you will never escape the rudimentary lifestyle you've gotten yourself into. The chorus sings, "Have a look around you, there's no one there. How can you call this fair?" It's a song about being endlessly lonely, an ocean of people looking for anyone to connect with. And the music video just kind of follows these two characters who are very average looking, working normal, menial jobs that suck, watching TV and having really fucking boring lives, and it ends with them continuing to do so. It follows both of them through a full day. Their days are pretty much the exact same, and then they're over. And that's it. So, it's quite the opposite of the Daniel Powter song. What I really feel is the difference between these two videos is that one is a video and song from the perspective of and addressed to depression, and the other one is about a bad day. The people in the Daniel Powter video are normal people. They're just a little lonely, you know? All they need is to find the right person and everything's gonna be okay. You know, their jobs are pretty nice, their lives are pretty nice, they eat nice food, they have a nice time, you know, they live in New York City, they're pretty well figured out. And all they really need is that special someone to make their lives perfect. And the song's about having a bad day, you know? It's not about an endless litany of bad days that define your life. It's about having a bad day that you will get over. That's the implication of the song. You will get over it. It's going to be okay, eventually. The opposite of true of the Delgados. It is hopelessly suggesting that maybe it will never be okay. They hope you can be okay. They tell you, try for the right kind of life. I only wish that you had a chance to decide. Have a look around you. There's no one there. How can you call this fair? It's like saying, you know, fuck, it is what it is. Like, we hope it gets better, but it might not. And the whole video, these people's lives are just pathetic. They fucking, you know, they wake up tired, throw on whatever they can eat. They commute to work in a daze. They do their job. They're bored the whole time. It's really funny to me, the difference in certain scenes that are in both videos. Because in the Daniel Powder video, we see, like, the characters scribbling in notebooks. And they're both, like, clearly artistically minded. Like, they've got these really nice looking drawings. Whereas in the Delgado's video, there's a part where the girl is just scribbling on paper. And it just looks like nothing. Like, she's just fucking scribbling. She's just bored, you know? There's no, like, artistic underpinnings in her heart that are bursting out. She's just drawing shit in a notebook because she's fucking sick of her job. The two of them go home, and one eats fucking leftover pizza. The other one's got takeout Chinese that's obviously been in there for a day, and they watch a shitty TV show, and they go to bed, you know? Like, it's just such a portrait of, like, the ceaseless dissatisfaction with life, of being, like, completely sick of it. You know, it's not a bad day, it's a bad eternity, in spite of the fact that the Delgado's video actually takes place over just one day, and the Daniel Powder video suggests that it's a, you know, like a continuum of this time, but it's not really, there's not a sense that every day is shitty for the people in Daniel Powder's video. Like, the beginning of the video where it's showing them go about their routine, they don't seem particularly dissatisfied with the routine. They're just doing it. They're just going about their routine, and what sets them off is, like, seeing cute couples on the subway, or when their boss yells at them at work, and it's like a thing that triggered them to feel, you know, today, I wish I could have somebody. Whereas the Delgado's video is like this continuous numbness, that, like, this entire thing is just shit. This is a shit existence, you know, that there may not be an escape from. So yeah, I really enjoy looking at these two videos next to each other and seeing this parallel. I love just that everything about the presentation is so opposite. Like, Daniel Powder's song is such a radio pop song. It's such a mass appeal song. It's so incredibly pop, you know. It's designed almost like by committee is how it feels. And just seeing how bright and colorful the video is, how Hollywood it is, you know, this is a song you imagine to see on TV. The Delgado song is just, like, all minor chords and depressing, and, like, it hurts to listen to, and it's got the somber vocal, and, like, the Delgados is a band who never took off. You know, they were making amazing pop music, but their music is fucking depressing. They're a band who, they sort of broke up because they were never achieving, like, the popularity that they felt they should, but I can't imagine them getting popular, because who would want this downer ass fucking music on the radio, you know? Like, it's not the easiest listen in the world. And this is one of their more, like, upbeat songs at that, and it's still fucking really sad and oppressive. And, you know, the video is so dour and badly made, and, like, just kind of a sad time. And they were, you know, I would consider them a boogie pop band. They tried to have a pop sensibility, but, like, their lyrics are kind of confusing and weird. Like, Daniel Powder's lyrics are very direct. The Delgados are all sort of metaphorical and, you know, not easily parsed. So, yeah, it's a true dichotomy between these videos, using the same exact idea for wildly different intentions. I highly recommend watching them both. I love both songs. I love Bad Day. I think it's corny as fuck, and it's my favorite song from whatever the hell year it came out. But Delgados is one of my favorite bands, so obviously I care for that song quite a bit too. Check them both out. I'll put links in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow.